Yeah. Scorquemini in the building. Three sisters, one mic. Nikki, Chantel, Jules. Yeah. Let's go. Scorpio, Nikki, Aquarius, Telly, Gemini, Jules. Talk slick, don't play with Scorpio. Pressure, Aquarius, cool, Gemini, boss. Three sisters, one voice. Nikki bring a sting and she shout with the truth. Chantel real chill, but she running the booth. Jules a boss and she step with the proof. Three real women and we cutting it loose. Scorpio, Nikki, Aquarius, Telly, Gemini, Jules. Talk slick, don't play with Scorpio. Facts, Aquarius, ice, Gemini, boss. Say it once, we say it twice. Hot topics, yeah, we all in the mix. Business, conspiracies, real life-ish. No filter talk, yeah, we say what it is. If you can't take heat, this ain't your biz. Three sisters, no breaks, no fear. Real talk only when you tap in here. Laugh, learn to clutch your pearls. Either way, you rockin' with the girls. Scorquemini, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini. We said what we said. Now press play.
Welcome, everybody to Scorquemini. This is our very first episode, and this is where the truth gets a little bit uncomfortable. We're going to be talking about things that we have conversations about in private. So come join us on this journey for our new podcast called Scorquemini.
All right, everybody. So, who are we? Who's Scorquemini? Why did we come up with this name? So the reason why we came up with Scorquemini is because we have combined our signs and made one big sign, which is Scorquemini. Nikki's a Scorpio, I'm an Aquarius, and Jules is a Gemini. So that's how we came up with Scorquemini. This is how we roll. This is how we even have a group chat called Scorquemini because our signs, we make up like the three of us. We all have like these like unique things about us that kind of make us who we are, which is really, really dope. Nikki's the fire, even though she's a water sign, she's the fire. I'm the diplomatic one. Everybody knows Chantel's the diplomatic one until, it's up and stuck. And so I get my Aquarius starts Aquariusing. And then we all know the Geminis.
It just depends on what day it is. I'm in between. I could be this side. I could be that side. It just depends on what's going on.
Yes. And the beauty of it is we mesh so well together. And not only are we friends, we are sisters. I say we sisters more than friends because we have a sisterhood. And it feels like I've known these two ladies all my life. I talk to them more than I talk to anybody every day, all day, and I love them to life. Not to death.
That's right. That's right.
I love
my
sister. They gonna tell me. They gonna tell right. I'm like, they tell me the things I may not want to hear, but I know it's gonna help elevate me. We do it for each other. Like, I'm more diplomatic, but when I need to say what I gotta say, I'm definitely gonna say things that are gonna help elevate, of course. And I love my sisters, and I'm so excited for our Scorquemini podcast.
We love you back, girl.
Love ya. All right.
So what is Scorquemini? Let us know, Jules.
What is Scorquemini? What the name means. So, of course, as you can see, Nikki is the Scorpio. I am the Gemini, and Chantel is the Aquarius. So that's where we came up with Scorquemini. And it's funny how I got started because me and Chantel were already joking about being Aquemini.
Yep. And they left me out.
Well, it was based off of
Outcast,
right? Because Outcast, Andre 3000 is the Gemini, and then Big Boy is the Aquarius. So they have an album and a song called Aquemini. And so we would always say, oh, Aquemini. But then one day, I don't even know how, we're like, wait a minute, we need to put it all three together because we're all three. So then we said Scorquemini.
Yep, we did.
That is how that came to be. And just like Chantel
they let me back. They let me in the crew. They let me back.
Well, we were like, well, because we talk every day. Every day, and so we're like, we got to add Nikki to this, and so yeah.
But the
I was the lone Scorpio out here in these streets.
It was a natural progression because, like Jules said, it was Aquemini, Andre 3000. He's a Gemini, and Big Boy is Aquarius. So That's all we got. And then Nikki wasn't. You just came in. It wasn't that you were forgot about. You just came
Yeah,
in.
you weren't forgot about. We just had to create something,
You know
and
how
so we
Nikki
can
is. You know how
mesh it
Nikki is. You
together.
know how Nikki is. She is.
You had me drifting in the wind.
Y'all know how Nikki is.
So when you talk about these signs, which we love the zodiacs, because we always share memes and things that come out, we're like, oh yeah, this is us, this is us, yeah, this is us, this is what we do. So with Scorpios, they're really intense.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nikki, how would you describe yourself as a Scorpio? Very intense, hard-headed,
Not hard-headed.
Nikki does not. She's hard. She is hard headed.
She has when her mind she has her mind fixed. When she has her mind fixed on something,
she
that's
does.
where
Yeah. Didn't we say the other day she goes against the grain? Like
she does. She does. But I love that about her. That's I love that about Nikki because she's gonna say the things I be wanting to say, but I'm like I ain't gonna say that because then I'm gonna come up like crazy.
But
maybe it's a water sign thing.
Let's let Nikki tell. Nikki, how do you feel as a Scorpio?
Wow, hard-headed, goodness. I am kind of hard-headed, but I'm you see how they left me floating in the wind? I'm the lone wolf. Like I be on the island by myself. I be having ideas or things that I want to say, and I be by myself. They be like, nope, nope, nope.
But it's usually me and you, and Jules be like, so yeah. But yeah.
Jules stay on, like if Jules have the idea or she has a plan or something, we got to stick to the plan. She doesn't deviate. And I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm like, let's go. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. You know what I mean?
Very true, y'all.
How we gonna get there? I don't know, but we
Very
going.
True.
Yes.
So I fly by the seat of my pants. So I think I don't know if I don't lack structure. I just like to be on the opposite side of it. You know what I mean? I like to be on the opposite side of structure. I am very quiet. Lies. I'm loud.
Lies.
I'm loud AF. I'm loud AF.
Yes.
I am I'm very passionate. I feel the way I feel is the way I feel. Like nobody is gonna change it. If I don't rock with you, I don't rock with you. I'll play your game, but I'm not gonna rock with you. Like, and
very true.
My sisters always say, like, they discover new things about me. I'm very private. I am the keeper of all secrets.
She is very private.
He ain't gonna tell it.
You ain't gonna hear about it from nobody else because they ain't gonna ever know. But I'm the gatekeeper. I'm the keeper of all secrets. Like if you tell me something, if nobody else is supposed to know and nobody else gonna know, that's nobody.
That's
it's
facts.
gonna go.
That's
it's
facts.
gonna go with me to wherever I'm going. It's
That's
never
facts.
gonna come out. So
that's fact.
That's me. And a creative. I'm very creative. I'm very spiritual. I'm very intuitive. I am very boisterous. So I guess that's all me in a nutshell. All me in a nutshell. And I'm always adding on new things. Always adding on new things. Like with BCMC, I've been everything. I'll learn quickly.
She's right now. She's the creative strategist.
Director.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm a visual. It's a visual first. Visual.
No, you're the creative strategist.
I'm cracking up. Jules, no, you're not.
No, you're not. That's not what you
are.
But,
so what I did, I pulled up our signs as Scorquemini. So I'm going to read this about each of us. And so let's see. So I'm going to start with, since we started with Nikki, I'm going to start with Scorpio. Let's see if we agree. So it says Scorpio is the intense one. Scorpio feels everything deeply, but will act like they're perfectly fine. Mysterious, loyal, passionate, and low-key investigative. Scorpio,
I'm high-key investigative.
Scorpio notices everything. They don't do surface level anything. If they trust you, they'll ride for you forever. If they don't, you'll never know what happened, but you'll feel it.
Okay.
That's
very true. That's very true. That's very true.
So now let's go to Aquarius. Aquarius, the visionary rebel, is what they said.
Oh, you're a rebel girl.
I am. I am.
Aquarius is different on purpose. They're independent, creative, smart, and usually 5 steps ahead of everybody else. They love deep conversations, random theories, and doing things their own way. They can come off detached, but really they just live in their own world. And honestly, it's a pretty cool world.
Very true.
Oh,
Very true.
Come on, cool
I'm not
world.
I can detach, but I can't come off detached, and I've been told.
I can be very detached.
But I'm also very like, once like you're in my close circle and I love you, then I'm like, you're gonna get out of here. Just get off of me. But yeah, but if I don't, like, once y'all know.
Yeah.
Once you get to the other side.
Ain't no coming
that's
back.
where the Aquemini comes in, because we're almost similar in that fact. It's like once you detach, like I can literally detach and never talk to you ever again in life.
Me too.
Like, and it wouldn't even bother me. It wouldn't phase me at all.
You're invisible to me. Like, I can see you. Like, if we got beef, not beef, but
we got beef
if I don't
forever.
fool with you, and I see you out at a social event, you are invisible to me.
Yeah.
I will walk right past you. I will see through you.
And it shows on her face.
It does. And Jules has.
See, I have a poker face. You won't never know with me. It's a
Jules
guessing
does.
game with me.
I don't
It's
have a poker face.
But my actions will show you I don't F with you, but you'll never know it until
every now and again, Jules, your poker face shows, and you'll get
and then we know it went way too far at that point.
Yep. Because Jules is really good. She has a really good poker face. I do not have it, and Nikki does not either. Nikki, sometimes you do. Sometimes Nikki, I can tell.
Sometimes Nikki does, but we know as her sisters, we know that she ain't.
I have zero poker face. It shows on my face, and I be trying so hard. Yeah, that's why a lot of times when we're on Zoom together, I'm looking at myself because I need to make sure I'm my face. I know my facial expressions will, especially if people are talking and I'm trying to understand what they're saying, my face will look like, but
yeah,
what they talking about? But I'm trying to really so yeah.
Okay,
that's true about Aquarius.
Okay, and this is Gemini, the communicator. The wild card, the one with 37 thoughts at once. Gemini is funny, quick, social, and can talk their way into or out of anything. They're curious, always changing, and somehow both the life of the party and the person who disappears for 3 days to recharge. They keep everybody guessing.
I think we got to rework that one, because I was looking up Geminis too, and I was like, that's kind of her, but that's not really her. So I don't know what part of the Gemini.
So which part don't you agree with?
I don't think you're the social one. I only think you're social when you like people or you get along with people.
That's definitely me. Yeah.
If you don't, if you're not a talker just to be talking to people, you're
and
not
that's why Jules and I are kind of because
I have to observe
first,
and that's me. I'm not gonna just walk up to somebody and be like, "Well, hey, I'm Jules."
Me neither. Right.
Like, that's not me. I gotta kind of feel the room and kind of look and see, and then I know who I don't want to talk to, and I'll be like, okay, she might be okay. That's me. That's me. But I'm not gonna just walk into the room and be like, "Hey, y'all,
right?"
That's me.
Like, no, that's not me. But once I do know you, I'm the I'm the communicator. I'm a talk. I'm a do all the things. But I have to know you and trust you first before I get there. Yeah.
Right. So that I don't think that social part is you. Like, that's I mean, it is when you are comfortable, but it's not just all the time. I think you are very detail oriented. You're very strategic. You're very strategic. Like, whatever's gonna happen, you planning it beforehand, and you like, don't worry about it, y'all. Don't worry about it. This gonna happen.
It's gonna be planned out by the end of the day.
God told me, and this is how it's gonna go. And I'm like, no, cut them off now. And you
me and Nikki, it's so funny how we sync up sometimes, because sometimes me and Jules will sync up on the same thing, and Nikki will be an outlier. Jules and Nikki will, and I'll be an outlier. So it's really funny to see, like, when two of us out of the three of us, two will sync up, and then one's like on the out. But it's like, it's funny because, like Nikki said, me and Nikki sometimes like, no, Jules, you need to do this, and Jules like, no, God told me that I'm God got it. God got it. I'm like,
God
no,
got it. Don't you do
it now, because I'm tired of it.
We had enough.
Me and Nikki be like, yeah, we be ready to go to war. Jules is like, no, God got it. And I'd be like, oh, I know God got it. But it's like,
but don't he always got it
he
though?
does.
He
He does.
always got it.
Always.
He does. But I'm impatient. So I'm like,
Mhm.
God be moving too slow for me sometimes. I'm like, God, I ain't trying to say, but I be feeling like God's moving too slow because
Mhm.
I want to say what
You
I
want it
gotta
done
say
in your time.
and get it
Yep.
off my chest,
Mhm.
especially like
Mhm.
certain times. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I be like, I just want to say this so this person can know exactly how I feel, but I can't do that because
Mhm.
it's not appropriate. But yes, yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes,
so
yes.
it says chaos, chemistry, and conspiracy theories in one room. Perfect
Ooh,
podcast energy. That's what it said.
that's
Yep.
what we are.
Yep,
That's what we are.
yep,
Chaos,
yep,
chemistry, and conspiracy theories in one room. That's what you
Mhm.
got.
yep.
So that is Scorquemini, y'all.
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
yes,
y'all.
yes.
So how we met, how we met, how we met. I'm gonna start with my story, and then everyone, Nikki, you can jump in with your story, Jules. So I met Jules. We're all in the maker space. So we're all candle makers. Nikki's a candle maker. She's a retired candle maker. She doesn't make candle makers. She is like the body scrub. She is a foaming body scrub queen. She is killing TikTok right now, y'all.
Hey.
So she was making candles, but now she does all the things. So I met Jules because during COVID, we're all at home and I'm like, oh, I make candles. I want to find a space where Black candle makers are making things and I can feel like I'm in a space with people, like-minded people who make candles. And so I was so intentional. And I went on Facebook and I put in Black candle makers and Black Candle Makers Club came up. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a fun group. At the time, it was 2,000 members. 2,000
What?
members. I think at the time it was 2,000.
It was about 2000 because
Mm-hmm.
that was 20 because I got sick 2021. So that was 2020. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was about 2020, but it was
Mm-hmm.
2021 when we did the moderator interviews, but it
Yes,
was 2020.
2021.
So
Because it
yeah, it
was
was
like
about 2000. Yeah, it
it was
had
a
grew
month
to two.
after and the reason why I remember because it was a month after my cat Winston passed. So
Oh, okay.
that's like a marker for me. So I
Hmm.
remember. And so I joined the group and I was like, "Oh, I like it here." It was very like the energy because I was in other candle making groups and they were talking real, we talking crazy and I was like, I don't like this energy. People are weird. So I'm in Candle Makers Club, Black Candle Makers Club. I'm loving it. I'm answering questions, asking questions, things like that. So about a month or two later, Jules is like the group started growing. Like the group was growing like wildfire fire. Jules was like, we need moderators. And I was like, that sounds good. But I had just been a moderator in another group and that went to hell. And I was like, I don't think I want to do that anymore. I just want to be a member and just chill. But something kept pushing me. I was like, let me do it. Jules had an application process. Let me tell you, this woman does not play about her ish. She had an application. I filled out the application and I got called to an interview. I will never forget it. I was at my parents' house and I had my interview. Went downstairs, had my computer. Jules and the vice president at the time was her and the vice president at the time were interviewing me. Child, it was a full on job interview. So I interview, and I say about a few days later, I found out I was a moderator. And I will say initially, it started really well. It's still it started out really well. And just to see how this thing turned out, Jules, I'm so glad. Like I'm in
It
awe
was God. So
sometimes.
I want to go back when you said, but something kept saying, do it, do it, do it. That something was God.
Because I wasn't
Mhm.
gonna do it because
Yeah,
I
that
was a
something
moderator in
was
another
God.
group and it was
Yep.
a mess. It was so
Yep.
messy. And so and I hated it was just a mess. One of the girls in there, she was insane and I was like, I can't.
She was insane.
She was crazy. So I wasn't gonna do it, but just I knew that was God because the way this thing turned out
Mhm.
and just over the last 4 years feeling like you and Nikki are like I talk to y'all every single day. And we have a sisterhood. Like we travel together.
Mhm.
We don't, it's amazing. So that's how I met Jules and Nikki. I met Nikki later on after Jules can tell that part because there's like a that's how I met Jules and how I became introduced to like a greater, like a community of people, like even with outside of the three of us, there's a community of people that I truly, truly love and have become like friends and sisters to me. Kay, Keisha, and I don't mean to, and I know, name dropping and stuff, but those are people who are really special to me. Miss Kim, these are people who are really special to me, and I would have never met these beautiful souls had I not been in Black Candle Makers Club. And I'm always talking about Black Candle Makers Club to people, and it's just amazing how this sisterhood came about, and it's nobody but God. It's nobody but God, and just I'm sometimes literally in awe of how God is. I'm like, God is so intentional. He's so intentional about this thing, and just I couldn't see my life without these two in it. I couldn't.
Oh, we love you,
I love you,
Chantel.
sisters.
Love you.
All right. Who's
They must
next?
have came
Who's
back in the
next?
house. They came back in the house.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They're still out there. So, how we met. So first, Nikki, I'll go back. It was 2020 because Black Candlemakers Club started in 2020 when I created the group. But I was already watching Nikki's videos because I had remember I told y'all I started making candles in 2006 and then I came back and started doing it again. So I'm joining groups. I'm on it, we didn't have all that YouTube. I'm on all this stuff. And I seen Nikki's YouTube page. It's your Bubble Babes YouTube page. And she was making she is the creative one. She was because I was like, I need a new look for my candles. I'm tired of putting these little rhinestones on these. I need to figure out a different way to do this. So I was like, ooh, she was making labels. It was one of first, let me back up. She had a couple of videos. One was I know she did she was like you said, she did candles. She had I think it was like little, was it tarts or something used to make and cupcake used to pipe.
It was a wax melt.
Yeah. It was she had a whole bunch of stuff. And so what I was doing is I was grabbing the link and putting it in the Facebook group for Black Candle. And I was like, oh, this is cool. This girl is dope. I was like, I take it and I was like, y'all check this out. So I keep posting the videos. And one of the video, I can't even remember which video. I know for sure she made the one with the foiling because I wanted to foil my labels because I love the sparkle. And I was like, ooh, I need to reach out to her and learn how to do this foiling because that's how I want my labels look. But I was posting her videos in the Facebook group. And so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, you want to teach? You want
to teach a class? I was like, teach a class.
And Nikki was saying that she kept getting her videos I guess that she kept getting
they was going viral,
but because I just kept posting them. I was posting them in there. And so I just reached out to her. I was like, hey, you want to teach a class? And then I remember one day I reached out. I was like, hey, can you teach me how to make these foiling? And she was like an open book. She was like, girl, yeah. So it seemed like we knew each other. I remember the first one, she was showing me how to do it. We was on the phone for 4 hours. I had called her. We was on the phone. I was like, okay, well, how I do this? And she was like, get this type of paper and you get this foil. And so she was showing me all the link. And we was on the phone. I swear, y'all, we was on the phone till almost midnight talking about how to do these labels. She was not. I was like, most people don't do that, right? They want to gatekeep and they ain't gonna show you how to do it. And I was like, this is the coolest person ever. And I'm like, oh, you want to teach? And so he's like, we gonna do a Sunday brunch class and da 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 da. And that's how that got started. And then I know Chantel was already a part of the group. And so, like she said, we were looking for moderators because the group started growing. It was going fast. It was
very fast.
I was like, oh my God, there's too many people in this group. I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep up. And then that was another sign. Because again, it had to be God, because why did I need moderators, right? Even though the group was growing, it was like I needed to hurry up and do it at that time. And it was crazy because when they interviewed, we were going through them. We didn't even pick that many. It was a lot that applied, but we picked, I think it was 3 or 4 to interview. Chantel was the first one. And we had Nicole, who was the vice president at the time. And I was like, call her first. That very next Monday, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday when we did the interview, that Monday, I found out I had COVID. That Monday, I had COVID, got really, really sick 7 days later, and was hospitalized for 3 months. crazy.
I remember
So
that.
it was the moderators that held it down. And what's crazy, Nicole was sick because she was pregnant at the time. And she had something happen where she had to be on bed rest. And then she had to be hospitalized because if she didn't, something would have happened to her and the baby. So it was that. I'm telling y'all, it was God. It was it was God. It was God.
God
And
definitely has his
so,
hand on this
he
group.
had his hand on that because who would have known she would have to be hospitalized sick? I'm hospitalized sick now, but now we have our moderators in place who are kind of, doing their thing while we're going through this thing. So, that's how this dynamic thing got started, and of course, other people fell into the mix throughout the years, and then God made them fall out of the mix. And then we. And then we stayed together, and that's how Scorquemini.
But you ain't lying though. You ain't lying.
That's
sis,
how
so.
it happened. Yeah,
She ain't lying.
That's how it happened.
She ain't lying.
She's telling the truth. She's telling the truth.
Because I think about that. I'm like, how would things be now if So God knew what he was doing. God knew.
He knew what he was
But
doing.
they also everyone serves a purpose in a certain time, and there's a time where things have just the way that we're elevating. And I know this is not the way we're going. God has the way it is with me, you, Nikki, Sean, the four of us, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't. The four of us. It's like it
was meant
sisterhood.
To be. It's kismet.
Like the way we be traveling together, and the way
it
we
was
be just
meant
like
to be. And literally, it feels like we grew up together. That's how. And I know people say that all the time. Oh, it feels like we've known each other, but I seriously feel like. I don't know if we knew each other in the past life. I don't know what it was, but
I think we for sure knew each other in the past life because I said you my sister.
Yes, we have been. I don't know what it is, and why, but he connected us and kept this core together. And it's hey, and that's what it's supposed to be.
And I know Nikki's gonna. Excuse me, that's with my mouth. I feel like. We all have one thing I can say about the three of us. We have authentic and genuine spirits. Like one thing about the three of us is not going to be no like weirdness. Like I've been in friendships where, you have multiple friends and one's calling the other to talk ish about the other and jealousy. One of the things, the thing about us three, we are jealousy where, and the two these two will when I'm like, okay, y'all. I'm having a sale and I need somebody to help. Nikki and Jules, Kay, call center. We don't form the call center where if somebody going live to sell their products, we getting in and they know, well, I got something to do because now we have stuff to do sometimes. Sometimes but it ain't because I don't want her to win, so I'm gonna say I got something to do.
Absolutely.
It ain't nothing like that, which it's all love. It's all support. We support each other. We buy each other's products. We promote each other's products. It's not like, well, I can't promote her scrubs because I make scrubs too. I can't promote her soaps because I make soaps and I can't do candles. Listen. And so that's why I'm like, God, you did your big one because these two women here are absolutely amazing. And I told my mom one day, I said, Mom, these are the friends I always wanted but never had because I had friends, like my family, like I grew up in a big family, a lot of women. My cousins are like my sisters to me, but we're friends, but it's to have people outside of your family that you can, call your sisters and not feel like, are they saying something about me behind my back? I mean, I had that. I had friends who I'm dating somebody and she's trying to be in his face too. I don't ever have to worry about stuff like that with my sisters.
I got stories to tell on that.
Right. So I don't have to worry about things like that where my sisters are trying to do things to undermine me or to if anything they're trying to help me out. Hook me up.
Facts.
So there's that. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So I have great friends. I have great sisters, so.
And we went all the way around. Okay, so
we did.
Yeah, so how I came to be a part of first BCMC was, as Jules was saying, she brought me in, and Jules, part of her, I think, of her zodiac sign, she's bossy. She is bossy. She wants things away, and you know what I'm saying. And she gonna guide you to the direction. You may not, you be kicking and screaming, but she gonna guide you to this direction.
Yep.
Funny because on my door at work, they got me a sign that literally says, "I'm not bossy. I just know what you should be doing."
Right. And that's her. That is her. You need to put that on a t-shirt.
Yep.
I know.
Well, she said do it this way, y'all, because how about we do it like this? I'm like, I know what Jules trying to tell me. She wants me to do it like this. All right, sis, I'm going to do it this way.
And I'd be like, nope. And she was like, but what if I do it like this? And she'll change the words around, but it's the same exact thing. I'm like, you just said the same thing. I still don't agree.
She will.
So that's me being the outlier. Because I'll be like, I don't care how many ways you change just around. I don't want to be a part of that.
I'm more cordial. I'm like, all right, tell me what you want me to do. Because I know this is your thing. Tell me what you want me to do. And I'm taking notes as I do it.
Or she'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm like, oh, she don't like that idea.
Yep. Or maybe you'll say your idea. She'll say, well, maybe we should do it. And I'm like, I know you. And I'm like, she's trying to tell me this is how she wants it done. So
she don't want it like this. She ain't listening to us. She don't like it. She don't like it one bit. But do whatever you want to do then.
Oh, let's not. Oh, how do we get to that, Nikki? Yeah, we're gonna get to that. When me and Nikki don't agree, we don't have the. We have our little
jumping me. They be jumping me, y'all.
No, and I'm like, I agree with Nikki. I'm like, I agree. We'll be on the same page. And Nikki, do what you want to do. And I'm like, oh Lord, here she goes. What do you want to do?
And I'll be like, I don't care. I don't want to do it no way.
Do what y'all want. Oh, one time she's like, so y'all jumping me? I was like, oh shit.
We're not jumping you, sister.
She was like, y'all jumping me. So both is 2 against 1. You 2 against me.
Yep. Try to make it seem like we was conspiring.
I said, we're not jumping you. I'm like, this is just how, diplomacy here. I should be a politician.
You should have.
Yeah. I love us. But yeah, you totally hijacked your story. But yeah.
Right? That's how we do though. Right? So again, she just tell you what she wants you to do. She want to put you in places. This is how I'm all over the place in BCMC because she'll put you in places, right? So she told that again, my video ended up in BCMC and people were asking me questions. I'm like, where are y'all asking me questions from? This video is years old. Like, how y'all even asking me questions about this video? There's videos that are way after this. Why y'all asking me about this? So then somehow I found it there. And then I got a message from Jules. And like she told you, we were talking and everything. But then she started a whole series around me teaching. And I'm like, well, now I got to learn how to teach. I know how to do a tutorial. I don't know how to teach a live class. Like now I got to know how to, got to learn because I don't know what I'm doing. And I got to do it in real time. Like I can't edit this class down. Like some of my classes used to be long.
She did an amazing job.
She did. You would never thought that she did. Yeah.
Yeah. She had her materials and all. It was like, yep.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I remember when Nikki first started teaching classes when Jules brought Nikki. I remember that.
Yeah, because we were actually doing it in the Facebook group. We were doing it like in the Facebook before, because it was, before BCMC University. And so we had that Sunday brunch series, and she would come on and show you how to do this with your stuff and how to package and how to, that's how to,
And she was like, you need to be on that this time. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And so Jules is so organized and so put together. She had really everything already organized. It's because of her that I do things a lot differently because the way she does things, like she shows you as a leader, she shows you exactly how things should operate, keeping up with things, following up, those type of things.
She's a great leader. She's a great leader. And you're definitely in your being in your bag. And she's a leader in her 9 to 5, literally. So it makes so much sense. And like she keeps me organized. And I'm because of Jules, I'm able to be a little bit more organized than I was before. Like I got my notes. I've always been a good note taker. Like that's one thing about me. I've always been the person that whenever there's a meeting or any kind of conversation, I'm taking notes. Yeah. That's just who I am. So I fall right into that. But since being in BCMC, Black Candle Makers Club, just being more organized and just following her lead on things and just even how because I'm also the vice president of BCMC, which was totally fell in my lap, and I'm like, Lord, I don't know nothing about being. I didn't want it,
but she's a great vice president.
She's perfect, yeah.
I didn't want it, y'all. Listen, it fell in my lap because I was fine being at the time I was vendor services and director, so I was director of something. Totally fine. I'm like, hey, let me
We get
know.
titles, y'all.
Just doing my thing, and then think we had a reorganization of the
Come on,
leadership,
reorg.
a leadership
Come
reorganization,
on, org chart.
and I was like, oh, Jules was like, so yeah, Chantel's gonna be vice president. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I don't want to be vice.
And she is so good. She is so
But
good for that job.
I'm telling you, that definitely helped me level up in my
Hmm
in my own personal life, and even career wise, and how to like use the skills I've learned in the BCMC code. This is going in a whole different direction, but like just leveling up in life. So I love Jules to life.
I
Like I
love
said,
my
she's
I
sisters.
love you,
y'all. Like we
girl.
have like I don't have sisters. I have four brothers, and I tell you, if these are my sisters because I don't have biological sisters. I have all brothers, and these are definitely my sisters. They're sisters from another mother and father, but these are my sisters.
That's
Yep.
right.
Sisters for life.
Yes,
Sisters for life. And
yes,
I also would like to mention, okay, so we got together and I started being a part of it. And then so she started incorporating me more and more and more. And I don't know how I became part of the team, but I ended up on the team. And then I didn't pay attention to it. And I would never tell her, like, she looks exactly like my sister. So when you said we knew each other in the past
Yeah.
life, I was looking at her and I would always say, you look like my sister Isla. Like you smile like my sister, you dress like everything about her was like my sister. And I was like, I'm not gonna tell her because people don't get
Yeah,
weird about
she didn't
that.
mm-hmm,
even tell
mm-hmm,
me. She didn't even tell me.
mm-hmm. It was like
Yeah.
much later.
Much later,
Mhm.
I told her, and I was like, you know, you look like my sister. I was like, let me show you a picture. So I said, I send her a picture of my sister, and she sends me a picture of her when she was in high school, and they look identical,
Exactly
same
alike.
hairstyle,
Oh,
Yes.
same dress. I think they both, did she have a book bag on? I know Jules had a book
I
bag on
had a
in the
book bag
picture.
on. I
Mm-hmm.
think you did show me one where she had a book bag on
Uh-huh.
too, and in the hallway, just like I was in the
Yep.
hallway. It
Yep.
was, y'all. I was like getting
It was crazy.
goosebumps.
It was
It was
crazy.
crazy.
It was
It was
crazy.
Yes.
crazy. And
It
my
was crazy.
sister, they look alike. Their birthdays are in May. They're the same age. My sister's birthday was a little bit before hers. It's the
Mm-hmm.
6th, and Jules is the 23rd.
23rd.
But
Mm-hmm.
still, I was like, still the same everything. And so it was like eerie. And then I'm like, that's probably why we have this connection. And I was like, God must have knew I needed my sister. She was like my
Yes.
best, 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 best friend when we
Yes.
was little.
Oh.
As adults, we grew apart, but
Mm-hmm.
when we were younger, that was my, like, you could not tell me that we weren't from the same mother and same father. We were
Mm-hmm.
always together, always laughing, always joking, and Jules was like just like that. And I was like, God must have knew I needed my sister back. And so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
that is
Mm-hmm.
so crazy for
That
us
is
to.
crazy. Isn't that
Mm-hmm.
Hmm
crazy? It's just all
That
these little
was
connections. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
it is. And like when I say y'all that I think about this a lot, and I'm like, God, you were so intentional. And sometimes I'm like, God, you really thought of me enough to put these women in my life to not only be my sisters, but like be people that help me level up in life. And it's not just about
hmm
leveling up, but just people who keep it real with you, who don't sugarcoat things. And I think the best thing about it for me was that I know that I can tell y'all things, and like Nikki's a vault. If Nikki tells, listen, Nikki, I find out things about Nikki through stories sometimes on IG, and I'm like, she didn't tell. So yeah, Nikki has a secret celebrity life. I always call her secret celebrity. Nikki's a secret celebrity, y'all. Um, but just to like, I thank God. I just think I'm so thankful to God. Just even how when we travel together, there's trips I think about, and I'm like, man, some of the greatest memories of my life are with these two women. And so, I wouldn't have
That's
it any other way. I wouldn't have it any
hmm
other way.
And you know what's great about what we have as a sisterhood, and just as our friendship evolves and everything, is that a lot of the things that we're doing it together. Like
Yep.
we all have
mm-hmm.
individual businesses and we all
Mm-hmm.
have individual goals and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the times you'd be like, well, I got to do my own stuff. I don't got time to be doing this with you and da da da
Mm-hmm.
da da. But
Mm-hmm.
all of the things that we're
Mm-hmm.
accomplishing togettive, which is
Together.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Mm-hmm.
crazy because the
Mm-hmm.
way we're learning, and like we're putting on conventions, and we've
Mm-hmm.
never done anything like this before.
I ain't never put together a convention in my life. Would have never even thought
But we
about
put
doing a
stuff out there and
convention.
we just do it. It's
Yeah,
Yep.
like
and it's just
we
never
just
had
put stuff out
a
there and do it.
cohort. What is a cohort? I don't know.
Right.
But
Oh,
God
can we
said to
talk
do
about that real quick?
it. Yep.
Yup.
So, y'all,
I ain't know nothing about no cohort. What is a cohort? What do you do in a cohort? I don't know. But God made it.
so God gives Jules these visions,
And I
and
got to tell y'all the new vision that
Uh,
incorporates each of our businesses that I had not told y'all yet
you sure
because it
not?
spooked me so bad. Keep going.
So Jules got
She want to talk
God.
about
You
it
see,
spooked me so bad, but
right?
keep
I was
going.
like, Jules, and that's what. Remember, I sent that message in the group chat. I said I felt something came over me. I was like, we're about to level up. Like 2026 is about the year.
Yeah.
Just like even with like Nikki on TikTok and seeing how Nikki can tell her story, but I'm gonna tell it from my perspective.
Mm.
So remember, I mentioned that we're moderators on each other's stuff. And I remember I would be like, we would divide up our roles. And I would say, I'll take TikTok. Me and Kay will be on TikTok. Jules will do Instagram. And we doing our thing. And so TikTok will always get like, I would say Nikki would get about 3 people
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok, not because she wasn't good. It's just because the way TikTok does things. And so I'll be like, well, I'm gonna go over to Instagram because, I'll be
The
on here,
people
but
are there.
that's what all everybody is. Nikki went on Whatnot. That was great. She did a good thing. But for a while, TikTok was not letting her be great. And then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly, I would say within the last month, all of a sudden this thing happened, which we know was God. But
Mm-hmm.
something
Yep.
happened where this woman has, when I say the way, just the way it happened.
Yep.
And then Jules had a vision, and I'm like, God, you don't play about us. Like one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I've always been like the type, like I knew God don't play about me. Growing up in church, growing up, I just like I always felt like God. I'm like God don't play about me. He don't play about the people. So God don't play about. When I say the three of us, Scorquemini, God don't play about Scorquemini.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
God don't play about us. And to see how the level up with all three of us, and just even how like BCMC, our personal individual businesses. Like even with my own business, I'm like, if once I get out my own way, um, but I will say that God does not play about us, the conventions, the meetups, and the type of energy that we bring. Like I always say, we're genuine people. Like one thing about the three of us, we are genuine people. We don't go
What
out
is that
here.
noise?
I think that's from you.
No.
Is it me?
Oh,
Let me see.
Yeah, it's
oh,
you.
it's go. Oh yeah, Nikki.
Okay, so that it's
Um.
the TV.
Oh.
Oh, I was like, I thought they
I was
came back
like,
in the
who is
house.
it?
Who's that noise? Y'all gonna get like this is us being real. But I'll say this: I feel like God don't play about us, y'all. God does
Mm-mm.
not play about BCMC. He don't play about Scorquemini. He don't play about us individually. And just to see how the love, I sent God just spoke to me, and I was like, 2026 is going to be the year of like, not that it hasn't been said before, but I just something came over. I was like, we got to get ready. We got to get
Yeah.
ready and
Yeah.
even with like when I did my last sale, I was like, Chantel, if you really get out your own way, this sale and the stuff that you're doing with your soaps is gonna be so dope once you get out your own way and stop overthinking things and thinking, just the things I go through with. Um, your business is gonna grow, and I've always felt I'm like Nikki. I always felt like a 9 to 5 was never my thing, but because I never walked in my purpose. 9 to 5 was my thing. I had to, pay my bills. I would, and I love to learn. I got my degrees and all that kind of stuff. But my true call, I know what my true calling is, but I have to walk in it. But again, not to get into all that, but God don't play about us. He doesn't.
Mm-mm.
He don't play about us.
He does not. He does not.
And God be giving Jules these dreams and visions. And sometimes it does. I'm like, ooh. So cohort, that's what we were on. Cohort. Y'all, we were planning a whole ass convention or no, it was our
Yeah, it was
conference,
the Ohio
Ohio.
conference. Mm-hmm.
So if you've ever been involved in any kind of event planning, project management, planning any event is on that scale, conference is a lot of work. You got to get speakers, you got to get lodging, hotel, you got to get food, you got to get the hotel,
A
you got to
lot of
get
work.
all these moving parts, and you got to make it all come together. And so as we are planning this convention, Jules says, God, hey y'all. Me and Nikki, group text. Hey y'all, God just gave me a vision. We need to have a cohort. I said, sis, I don't get in God's business. I said, if God told you, if God told you this, I said, but hold on. You do know we're planning a conference. I said, but I don't get in God's business. If God told you something.
God told me, and he told me how many people.
And then Nikki was
crazy.
like,
he said we got to pick 12.
Yep.
And then I didn't even think about the significance of 12. It was one of y'all that said like the 12 disciples. And I was like, oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
I'm gonna pull that text up. I'm pretty sure I still got that thread.
I just know he said 12. He said pick 12 people. 12 people. The 12 you pick need this cohort. And I'm like, we got to have a cohort. We could do it. I was like, he said we got to do it.
And we did it. And
we got the syllabus. We could do the syllabus.
It was less than 4. It was like 4 weeks. Like we had to hurry up and get the application done, pick the people, do the curriculum. It was like a 5-month program. Like, and it happened.
And she did it. Once we all, because I was like, I said, no, sis. I said, huh? And I was like, I said, but if God told you that, I said, who am I to get in God's way? And then I think Nikki was like, since you do know we're doing a conference. And so we ended up implementing a freaking cohort in the middle of a conference. Conference was a hit. Of course, listen, if y'all knew our resume,
I don't even think we big ourselves
I don't think we do either.
Because I just do stuff and I be like, and then the people around us are like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, y'all are amazing. And I'm like, well, it's just a cohort. I mean,
we just move on to the next thing.
It's just an event. Ain't nothing. It's just another, and they be like, nah, it ain't just an event. Like, y'all are the ish. And I'd be like, I mean, we just, it's just us.
And then I think when we're planning these events, we start thinking like big. And sometimes I would be like, I'm like, I think Nikki be throwing out names.
And Nikki be throwing out, I was just about to say, Nikki be throwing out them names, and I'd be like,
I'm like, Nikki, I don't know.
Come on.
And we go for it. Like even now, like we're planning an event in ATL. When I tell you ATL, we gotta do podcasts for ATL.
Oh, it's the dream list. It's I got the vision board and everything with everybody on my list.
That's why I love Kelly saying God don't play about us, because everybody we've said that we wanted, we've gotten. And it even goes back to even before all of this interview.
Yes.
Like I was like, I want to have Jackie Ina. I said I want to have Malcolm MJ Harris. I said I want to have Sir Candleman, and I've got to have
Terry from Harlem Candle Company.
This is my favorite. Had them all. Terry came to the y'all. I was like, I had to have Rafi Arslanian, because he made the big can. I love it, and he luxury did it.
Yep.
And he came. And these people don't ask for much. They don't. It's crazy. It's God don't be playing. And so Nikki's throwing out these names. Oh, I gotta have Candace and y'all. It's crazy, and we're just like, okay, let's reach out.
We reach out. It happens, and then we move on to the next thing.
Yeah,
and then it's not no shame.
Probably wouldn't respond to anybody on a normal day, but they just be like, sure, yeah, come on, yeah, I love what y'all are doing. Yeah, I'm like, what?
It's like a dream come true, because they weren't like the price that you think that they would charge,
and they're not even charging at all. Some of them,
some of them not charging.
Yeah, just pay for my travel and I'm there. What?
Because when God is in the details, and when God is in it, He gonna make it happen. Because because you were obedient. I always told you, like, Jules, you were obedient. And mind y'all, Jules got a whole family. She got a whole husband. She got children. So she got a family. So I don't know how she does it.
But I also think it's the alignment of what we're doing and what we stand for, right? And I think that's what attracts people to us, because they're like, oh, yeah, that's amazing what y'all are doing for the community, because it's not just about, making money off of people or charging people stuff that I don't even like to do. Right. It's about the what we're doing for people and just building community. And
Right.
I think that's what it is. They feel like, oh, this is aligned and this is a great thing that they're doing. And so, and I just want to be a part. And of course, it wouldn't be possible without God. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's there every step.
Mm-hmm. And I think I love the fact that we put the three of us, we put God in the center of everything.
Hmm.
Even like when something goes down with one of us, prayer. Like let's get
Prayer.
no questions asked, prayer. Somebody, get on the prayer line. We're gonna pray.
Hmm.
And God honors that. God honors us putting Him first, and I think also too the way we honor and love on the community of the BCMC community,
Yes. Hmm.
and we're taking care of God's people because for me as an Aquarius, people, I have to recharge. And Jules, even in being in the position of leadership, that has taught me how to respond to people, how to many times Jules is telling me and Nikki to put on our coach hat. Because let me tell you,
I'll
dealing with
never want
people
to
isn't
wear
dealing with
But
people
she
is not
but she
easy. And
does a
Aquarius,
great
we don't
job.
like Aquarius, we're like for me, I'm the kind of person once you like we're very diplomatic, we're very humanitarian. But once you come for me, like if you say something crazy, that's when we get kind of like it throws people off a little, I think, because we're such, very peaceful people. But once you bring the war, we're gonna okay, you want to go there? We're gonna go there. And so I think it throws people off a little bit. And so, but that's how we are. It's like
it.
we're cool people until you F with us. And so I've had to learn how to pull that in because as a leader, as a coach, as a mentor, as vice president, I can't be out here wilding and just like saying whatever I feel like saying because I have to make sure that number one, this is Jules's baby. This is her
Hmm.
business. And at the same time, as a leader, I have to show myself differently and I have to eat a lot of things. And one thing I've learned is that as a leader, you have to eat certain things. You have to eat maybe black, there's slander. There was a point in time where, things were said that I'm like, this is not even me. I want to scream and be like, this is not me. And y'all were putting this false narrative about me. But I'm like, they lied on Jesus.
Didn't they?
Hello. Hello.
Who
All
am
day long.
I? Who am I?
All
If they
day
lied on
long.
Jesus, who am I? Who am I to sit up here? If they lied on Jesus, who am I to be sitting up here trying to windmill?
Hmm.
Be like, this
Come
ain't me,
on,
y'all. They
windmill.
listen, I'll be like, oh, they would talk, and so one thing I can say is I've learned is how to tamper and bring it in. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, say less. And Jules be like, and when I say it, Jules be like, put your coat hat, put your coat hat on, Chantel. You can't.
It's
She's
gonna
like,
be okay because
she's
God
like,
gonna handle
God
it.
yep,
got you. Yep.
yep, yep.
You ain't got to worry about. And I mean, and I'm not gonna say I haven't been like that all my life. You
Mm-hmm.
trust and believe.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a crazy. I've done some crazy things that I'm not
Uh-huh.
proud of, from
Uh-huh.
slashing tires to
Woo!
But um, you know,
Uh-huh.
I've grown, and I think again, the position that I am in professionally, I've had to learn these things because
Yeah.
I might not always like who I work with and who I have
Mm-hmm.
to, the employees I have, but I can't, I can't just go off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn. Okay, you're the leader. You have to, be a leader because sometimes people
Right.
will try to throw you off because they want you off of that leadership role.
Right.
Right. And
Right.
and you're not gonna do that because God put me here for a reason, and you're not gonna be the reason why I don't
Hmm.
have it. Right. So I have
Mm-hmm.
to, it's a test. People are going to test you, and you have to pass that test with God.
All the time.
Hmm.
All the time. And I have learned, and I can honestly say one thing about friendships, sisterhood, you should be with people that are gonna, and I can say this too.
Mhm.
There's never any time where we've had private conversations where I will say things and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna let her know. she F with the wrong one. And it's never ever a time where these two have pushed me to like, yeah, you should say it. Like there's never ever a time they're like, you should say that. Yeah. Because people have friends like that
for real.
kind of
Yeah,
push
you
you
do
out there
have
and you be
friends like,
like,
girl, yeah, we finna do blah, blah,
yeah,
blah, and
yep.
we gonna
And it's
and
never
that's
ever a
not,
time.
you don't, that's not,
And we kind of like change up because sometimes we all, and I'm like, oh no, because I never want my sisters to be out here looking crazy, and they don't want me out here looking
Nope,
crazy, and
never.
so we never push each other to do something crazy, stupid. It's like, I might do something on the back, and I'm like, tell them later, yeah, I went ahead and but they'll be like, but they don't never push me to like be messy. They don't never push me to
Yeah.
be like, so you want friends like
We
that
want the
will,
best for every, yeah.
yes,
That's right.
Even
yes,
with
That's
the
right.
airport situation, right? Like,
child.
I'm not gonna go. That's another day. That's another podcast story. But
Let me write that down on our list.
yeah,
Right.
but even in that moment, God spoke because I was getting riled up too. I'm
He
like,
did.
what?
He
And then
did.
all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. God was like, girl, you better get her together and get yourself together. And so I was like, Chantel, let's go.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Because God, I was like,
yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
And then
But
that was,
that's how we're tested. That's how the devil tests you, though.
yeah.
That's how he tests you because we was minding our own business, and then I was like, oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely a podcast episode. I can't wait till that one. That's funny. But yes, so that's how we met, y'all.
That's how we met. That's how we met.
And it's been nothing but like good vibes. And now listen now.
Not all times are good times because
Sometimes we say our little thing. We get our little 1-2s in. Sometimes it get a little, but at the end of the
spicy.
day, it always is like love. Like there's never I ain't gonna talk to her for a whole week and nobody gets weird.
Yeah.
It's like we say what we gotta say. For the most part, it's Nikki, Sean, and Jules. I'll be on the outlier, be like,
Even one time I was mad and Sean called me the next morning. Oh, you mad?
Yep.
And I was like, what you talking about?
Yep.
You know you mad?
Yep. Even in Houston, there was a situation, y'all, that when we played our Houston convention, and I was like, we're acting just like sisters. Just like sisters. And then like 5 minutes later,
we back
to normal.
Where we going to eat, y'all?
Yeah, what we doing, y'all?
What we doing?
Get
because
ready.
we have it's like nobody's
we got
going
an
nowhere.
hour.
Nobody's going nowhere. Sean tried to quit one time, but Jules wouldn't let her.
Right.
Jules told her, she said, I do not accept your resignation. That took me out. So yeah, that's how we met, y'all. That's how we met.
I resigned. Jules was like, I do not accept.
When I read that, I said, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
Jules said, I do not accept your
resignation.
accept
your resignation. I'm sorry.
And kept on talking like nothing happened.
I was crying because I was like,
Yeah, because anybody else would have been like, okay, they're fine. Do what you want. You know what I mean? I was like, That's God.
It depends on who it is, because some people resign and Jules is like, okay.
But I'm talking about within this point. Yeah. But God was like, nah.
Do what God tell you to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to resign? Fine. Okay.
Do what God tell you to do, because she's like, I don't want to get in God's way.
God, I am not going to get in God's way. If you need to resign, do that.
To this day.
Sister.
So, y'all, that's how we met. This is our chemistry. So if you want, this is like a little taste of what you're gonna get, like just a little taste for the welcome intro episode of how we are. It gets better.
Don't you ever come for any of my sisters.
Oh, period.
That's the only thing I want to add in there. Now I am, I'm married. Put your hat on, but don't you ever. You can't say nothing about my sisters. Because we're going to all get on a call together. Let's get everybody in the room, because you will not tell me nothing without telling them. So don't you ever think you're going to come and say anything or do anything to my sisters. Just want to throw that out there.
Period.
Because I'm the kind of person I'd be like, so Jules and Nikki,
Did you hear?
I'm like, I didn't like that at all. And then we listen, it be God that be keeping us together because everybody's not the type that can take certain things and not be unhinged. We know how to
Mm-hmm.
we talk in a private group chat. That's why I'm like, more people need private group chats with their friends. But
Mm-hmm.
we talk about it, but we're always going to show up in a way that you'll never know.
Hmm.
You'll never know. You'll
Yep.
never know. You'll never
Yep.
know what's going on, who
Yep.
is with. But usually whenever there is a situation, it's not us.
Hmm.
It ain't
Mm-hmm.
never us. Because
Mm-hmm.
and the reason why I say that, I can say that with confidence is because a lot of times people do not like people get jealous and envious of friendships. They get
They
jealous
do.
and envious
Connections.
of connections that they can't have because they're fake and phony, and they
Hmm.
don't have the ability to form authentic friendships, and so they try to
Correct.
like create distractions, they try to create discord,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
so they can't because they are unable to create authentic they're not authentic with themselves. They're
Mm-hmm.
not authentic with the people outside of them, so
Hmm.
they get a little
Yep.
jealous. They try to create discord in the authentic relationships, and so because we know that's a thing, we intentionally create a barrier around that. Like, hey, we know this
Mm-hmm.
person or that person or these people or whatever are trying to get in the way of this. So guess what? We're not going to feed into it. And so I think that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I've definitely learned being in because not only are we sisters, we also are business partners. So
Hmm.
we have
Yes.
to we
Yes.
have to act accordingly.
Yes.
We have to act like we got sense, y'all.
Sense. Because sometimes
Yes.
we don't want to,
Mm-mm.
especially me. I'm like, nope, I'm ready to fight. I'm
Oh
ready
yeah,
to
it take
go.
a long time to talk, Nikki. I'm like Chantel, she get, you don't have to take. It won't take a long time. Chantel be like,
No.
okay, okay, but Nikki, I remember it took
Hmm.
me at least 2, 3 hours at one time.
Yep.
I will not forget. I think I was
Yep.
in Atlanta when this happened, and I was like,
Hmm.
I can't talk her off, but finally got there.
Yep. I'll be like, all right, sis, I get it. Nikki,
I'm riding that dawn. I'm ready to go.
she is. I'll be like,
Right?
I don't know how this is gonna turn out, y'all.
It's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly. So
All right, Nikki, how do we start this
we
podcast? Let us
started
know.
we started this podcast because as you can see, just our casual conversations, there are things that we just speak about and we like, oh, we need to be talking about this. Oh, we need to do something about this. We need to, you know what? We need a podcast because we are from relationships, from friendships, business, conspiracy theories. Because my hat be tinging and pinging, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could say this because I have a
Hmm.
platform called Coffee with Nikki where we talk about business and giving information and ideas and doing things like that to just get people out of their own way. And so I'm like, there's only certain things that I could say on this. I can't actually say what
Mhm.
I want to say about this thing because I don't want people to look at me a certain way. I don't want people to take things the wrong way. And so we decided that, okay, you know what? We can have our own podcast and we can say whatever we want to say about whatever topics. And I was like, let's do it. So
Hmm.
we are here at Scorquemini so that we can discuss anything that comes across our minds, anything that we're having like burning conversations about, or we want to weigh in with y'all, see what y'all thinking,
Hmm.
just to have these conversations because we know everybody don't have outlets to have conversations like this. And so we wanted to create a platform that would. And so that is what Scorquemini is all about.
Welcome to Scorquemini,
Welcome to the
everybody. And you're in it for a fun treat. Like we did our welcomes introductions, we had to get that out the way. But once we start, like you're gonna see like our dynamic in real time and how this is us every day on chats. Like we have a group chat and we talk every. There's not a day I don't think we've ever spoken. I can't think of a day
Nah,
we've not
and if
It
spoken.
we
was,
do,
and
we
y'all
question each
said where
other.
I was. It
Mm-hmm.
was me, and they was like, "Oh, where's Nikki at? Sean, where Nikki
Oh yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
we'll do that. If
And I
somebody,
think Chantel's gone before
I
too.
have,
She's
I've
Yeah.
gone
gone a long
AWOL.
time. I think she had like a headache, so
Yep, and
she
I
Mm-hmm.
was,
went to sleep. I went to
and we
bed.
Yeah.
was like, "Where's Chantel? What is
Somebody need to
going
go knock
on?"
on
And
her
Jules
door.
like, you need to let somebody know if you got you. I was
And,
like, my
We
bad.
was
and
like,
then
"What's your
I
mama
remember
number?"
one time, y'all, we were supposed to be doing something, and I had just finish talking to somebody. But anyway, I had forgot to get up. We were supposed to get on
at
a certain time, and they damn near did. They done called my cousin.
I called Brother Rod.
They done called my daughter. They called Rodney. They done called like.
I was like, what is going on? I said, Renee, a message.
Time. Yes. Like, I'm just sitting down chilling. And Rodney
like, I just lost track of time. I was like, you had us worried.
They are looking for you.
I said, Renee, we've been trying to get a hold of Jules. I said, can you check with Brother Rod to see if she's okay? And she's like, yeah, we'll call him. And then Jules was like, oh, my bad, y'all. I was downstairs talking to somebody. I lost track of time. I was like,
have us over. Everybody worried.
I was like, Nikki, have you talked to her?
Like, it's not like Jules not to get
right.
on.
I think I texted Nikki. I was like, Nikki, you talked to Jules today? And we were putting our APBs on each other.
Yep.
That's how close we are.
Mm-hmm. I had
even to where Sean has my location. I was in Ghana. She's showing me where I was. She was like, like
what? We need to know.
Yes. Yes. So that is us in a nutshell.
Yes, we are so excited.
So excited. So how can they find us, ladies? How can they find us?
Well, if we're going to be going on the 1st and the 15th. Hey! We'll be dropping episodes on the 1st and the 15th. And if y'all have any topics or anything that y'all would like us to discuss, y'all can feel free and send it to us as well. We will be on social media, and Chantel's going to give you that information.
We are going to be on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. You can also follow us on Scorquemini. Oh, okay. So IG, Scorquemini, at Scorquemini. And then on YouTube, our YouTube channel is Scorquemini. So please, please, please follow, share with a friend, share with 5 friends, share with 10 friends, because we want to get this podcast
popping.
It's popping. We're popping.
We want you all to chime in and tell us some stuff that you know.
Yes. Yeah. And so we're also going to be on iHeartRadio, so look out for that. We're going to be we're going to be global, y'all, because this podcast, everyone needs to be tapping in. So thank you for joining us today. We are so happy to have brought this first episode of Scorquemini to everyone. And check us out, y'all. We popping.
We popping, clacking.